finally got me.
He said, I'm going to get married, and this one I'm going to keep. And John got married. I went up to the house to meet John. I meet John and Sybil. I said, thank you very much. I said, you got another Caribbean woman? He said, no, I have another woman. I didn't know that I could speak this good. My English, as bad as it is. This is my 6th stroke. Well, I forgot a lot of things, but I can remember John saying to me, I got here at my last place, but before that, John said, I got to talk to you. And he went to the hospital downtown on 14th, at 114th Street. He was addressing some European one night, and he said some things they didn't like. They put so much pressure on him that he wound up in 114th Street. If it was not for Sister Clarke group, John would have been dead before now. You would have been celebrating this death before now. But they went, and every night, every time you could find them, come to John. They went to see John either upstairs or downstairs, and then came to see me upstairs or downstairs. John came better. John went home. I went home. And John continued stronger. I found John became stronger and African. I went to see John up at Sybil's home and found that John had become an African nationalist at heart. But it was too late. John had been ripped apart inside. The medication he was getting, like me, was wrong. I am proud to say that they banned that medicine. But what happened? One day, I was downtown doing a movie, and Sybil, I spoke to Sybil. Sybil called. They said, you got a call from Sybil? I said, yeah. When I took up the phone, she said, John has gone. I missed a lot of things, I'm sure. She said, John, there's no more John. But John had come to the first wall and had lectured right down at the next corner to here. John had lectured for months. John had become stronger. John was the man I thought he could be. John had grown a bit. When Sybil said to me, John is dead, I didn't believe her. I couldn't believe her. I couldn't tell myself she was telling me the truth because I couldn't accept it. No, I said, John is just gone to his prominence, got what he wants. John had his own. John had finally come to his own. He had finally loved the home that he fought for. John had done so many things you had to at Harlem in those late days. You had to see him at 145th Street, right? 145th Street, Convent Avenue. There, John would stand up in front of the class, Saturdays after Saturdays. And the class had started from about 8 to 10 people till overflow. He had started to tell the people the answer to the problem, the answer to our problem. When you heard John Clarke had died, once they could tell you, I know I was in the funeral, but I didn't know what was happening. I went blank. I couldn't tell you what places we went, where we passed, because my brother had died. Part of me had died. John Clarke had died. I only touched the surface. There is no more I could say. If you had the chance to meet John Clarke, as I did, you too couldn't say enough. Enough is not enough. You have to know John Clarke to recognize the qualities in him. My brother, you have given me an opportunity. I didn't think I could meet the responsibility. I am sick. I too, at 87, isn't about to do much. Plus, I am ending a stroke. I wish I could say more.
You did well.
I wish
You did well.
I could tell people about John Clarke. But just up there was Africa House. I'll never forget it. Next corner was Africa House, right up here. Nandi Zukwe, Kwame Kuma, Nombro, Esbera Kanega, all of them used to come right up the street there with John Clarke and myself. I am telling you, John Clarke, Civil Clarke, you have done your share when he was alive, and you're still doing your share. You don't have to do, you're doing what's paid by love. But all I got to say, John Clarke from 135th Street at the wire until he died has been a brilliant man. What more can I say? Brother Jeffries will give you some more. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ben. We will have time for a few questions after Dr. Jeffries has spoken. In introducing Dr. Jeffries, we repeat the trite phrase that there is no need for an introduction. But let me tell you one thing that comes to mind. I was driving Adelaide home last week or the week before after a meeting where Len was present,